Good afternoon, you're watching ABC News. I'm Jeremy Fernandez. The Health Minister Sussan Ley has stood down from her cabinet role while two investigations are carried out into her use of taxpayer-funded entitlements. The frontbencher says she's confident she'll be cleared of any wrongdoing and is looking forward to returning to the ministry. Andrew Green has more from Canberra.
It's been about a week since we first learnt of this 2015 trip to the Gold Coast in which Sussan Ley says she made an impulse decision to purchase an $800,000 apartment. Now, for the first time today, we were getting a real defence from the Minister of her actions around that trip and a number of other trips that have since come to light. We know of around 16 trips to the Gold Coast that the Health Minister has made from about 2013 till 2016. Now, there will be some more work done having a look at what trips she has made, but essentially these are the trips that we know about through Finance Department records, and the Minister started to give a bit of a timeline on her decision to purchase that property. She said she did have pre-arranged finance, but the decision to actually look at this property and to buy it was a very spur-of-the-moment decision, she insists. The Minister also gave a defence of her regular trips to the Gold Coast and talked about some of the meetings she had been having there with patients. But let's now hear from the Minister in her own words in terms of what she has to say about her behaviour. She has agreed to pay back the money for the trip concerning the apartment. She concedes it doesn't pass the pub test, but insists she's done nothing wrong.
I apologise for the distraction that this issue has caused since it arose, I think, late last week, to the agenda of the government and my colleagues in Cabinet. Now, I'm calling it a distraction because that's what it is. So it was a mutually agreed outcome.
So Sussan Ley's calling this a distraction. She says her claims were entirely within the rules. What does she say then about the claims that she should, in fact, resign?
Well, she won't be doing that. She's temporarily standing aside. The former frontbencher, Arthur Sinodinos, will be taking over her duties, but this is what she thinks about her prospects of a return.
I look forward to working with the Secretary to ensure this is done as quickly and transparently as possible, and I look forward to resuming my important work in the health, sport and aged care portfolios at the earliest opportunity.
And Jeremy, as you can understand, the opposition won't be satisfied with that. We're hearing now from the acting leader, Penny Wong, in Adelaide.
In her statement yesterday, she made clear that her behaviour did not accord with the standards that are expected of cabinet ministers, She says in yesterday's statement that the Prime Minister has agreed with her. Yet what we see is the Prime Minister squibbing it. He's squibbing it again. I mean, this is a pattern of behaviour from Malcolm Turnbull. We saw that with Mr Roberts. We saw that with Mr Brough. Both of them were stood aside before they were eventually removed from the front bench. And he's doing it again.